Hi, dummtoby here. Today will be a quietly different video. This video will be me building a house in Bloxburg the same way I would do it in Roblox Studio. So if you have a bad attention span, I will have separate the video in chapters that you can go through. Welcome to Advanced Bloxburg Building, Episode 1. So first, let's determine the rule of this challenge. First, I am not allowed to use any Bloxburg's placement system. This includes walls, roof, doors, windows, and pretty much everything in the build mode section. Second, I cannot utilize the Bloxburg multi-floor system because it would be cheating, right? And then last, it must fit within a budget of $100,000. I have to explain to you how I will do that. So, as you can know, Roblox Studio is the game engine that allows people to make games on Roblox, and you don't really have the walls features in this. So in Bloxburg, you can just build walls like that really easily, right? But Roblox Studio doesn't have that. What it has is you add parts, and from the parts, you basically scale them to make whatever you want, right? And that's how we're going to build today. We're going to make a whole house or a whole build using only basic shapes and transform plus. Alright, sorry for the disturbance, but if you haven't followed already, make sure to do so. I really don't like saying that, but believe me, much more is coming. And as you may know, I am leading the development of a Roblox game called Block Street. It's a wild project, so make sure to go ahead and join the Exco Roblox community. I will leave the link in the description, and from there you can get access to the experience and have a lot of fun trying the game while it's being developed. So much more is coming to the game, also to my channel, so make sure to do that. Alright, let's get back to the video. For this challenge to be valid, I must be able to build it inside of Roblox Studio afterwards. So after I finish building in Bloxburg, I will build it in Studio. So the idea I wanted to go with was a factory. I will go ahead and go in Roblox, so Bloxburg, and I will start sketching the thing. And there must be an interior, but it was not in the criteria, but there will be an interior, so it'll make the challenge a bit more complicated. So we'll start with each parts of the wall. Normally how I would build in Studio, I would basically group each parts with their neighboring parts. So if I want to make a window, I'm just making one, and then I'd be allowed to like copy it over the rest. So
a few moments later.
that's perfect, right? So that's gonna be one of the wall of the factory. Now I need to make one for the door. Now to the doors, it's going to be a bit more complicated, so I will just leave it like that for now, but let's do a factory. Doesn't really look like a factory so far, so let me just remove some windows, since it's like not all windows. And then like this, yes, there we go. Now I will make a little separation here. There's going to be a little pillar, so it will be perfect. Now let's do this. So I am not allowed to use floors, but I guess for the first floor, I guess I could use it. I mean, it's not really important, but if I go on another floor, I have to use basic shapes. That's the rule. But for the first floor, I guess instead of putting shapes, I could just put the floor. Ooh, no, I'm off grid. I just noticed. I mean, it doesn't really matter since we're not gonna use any like build mode items, so we don't really need to stay on grid, but just for the floor I want to stay on grid. Now there's going to be a more trickier part for this. It's going to be the roof. What I was thinking is, do not tell me I'm cheating, I am going to remove that, but just to show you, my plan was to make some sort of yeah, it makes sense that there's no floor. My plan was to make a roof like this, but since it's not the right height, I won't be able to. And even if I could, I wouldn't, because it would be against the rule. My goal is to make a roof like that. But this would be a bit difficult to calculate within Bloxburg. But in Roblox Studio, it could be easy. It would be really, really, really easy. But in Bloxburg, it is hard. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a normal roof, right? So I have to add a floor here. I will remove it. Don't worry. I just can't use it in my build. And if you guys think that it's cheating, you can tell me, and I'll put it in the rules for the next video. And even if I do that, you see, it's still too low. So I guess I'll not use that. I could like raise the roof, but I'm too lazy to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to change the plan a little bit. I will use pillars, because this is what every build use. And actually, I may not use pillars. I may actually use basic shapes. You know why I will do this? Because what you can do with basic shapes is combine every single basic shape together and allow them to be moved along together. If you get what I mean. If you don't get what I mean, you'll get it soon, because I'll show you. I'll make you a demonstration. So you see now I can put this part of the roof here and extend it to the maximum size, right? This is the maximum size. And if I move it right there, to move it right here to the middle part of this middle part, and then here, I can do exactly the same thing here, and then move it right there, and move it right there. And now I get basically a roof that I can use for many reasons, and the main reason is, well, to make a roof, I guess. And I have basically a lot of coverage, and I do not have to make it 3 times again. So this is a great method if I want to make a roof, right? But the roof is not that like simple, right? So I will use pillars like this to support the roof. Now let's choose a color for the pillars. Let's use concrete. Concrete is the best color ever, right? Yeah. And let me just like color this, yes. And I will use 2 like different I will use a ceiling and a roof, yes. So why I do this is because I want a texture below and a texture above. You're probably gonna wonder, well, what are you gonna do about the side? Well, I'm just gonna do this, and then like lower that part, and then make like some sort of wall thingy like this. Whoa, okay, like this, and then like put minimum grid like this, and then just like something like that. And I will use like a lighter texture like this. Oh, something like that. And then from here, I will use pebbles, right? Pebbles. Either this, no, I will use this. Alright, so I always use this texture for roofs, because I think it looks like an industrial roof in the middle of USA or Canada. So I think it looks good, right? Now I got this roof that is pretty industrial, and I have $38,000 left for my budget. So if it doesn't work, we may need to find alternatives. Maybe deleting the windows, because they're like too extensive. Not expensive, but extensive. They're a bit too advanced for the type of build we want to do. So yeah, those are 613. And this is kind of a lot. I'm not sure I'm going to still have money, so I'm not sure if we're going to do an interior in this build. Maybe in the next episode, because this is episode 1. And I may do other episodes if you guys like it, but if it doesn't get popular, I mean, I'm going to drop the idea. Just as the how to make a business series, I was supposed to make 3. I still haven't made the 3rd one, but I'm still thinking about it because, I don't know, people didn't. Siri, shut up. Alright, Siri, just talk to me. I did not let you talk. Please, do not talk to me if I don't give you the right to talk. Right now, I got this idea here, but I will still need lights. Oh my freaking godness. Oh my god. I just noticed. Uh-oh. Well, we're just gonna like do that. It's gonna be alright. Actually, no, actually, we could make it a bit bigger, but I guess it could be a bit. I'll use windows here because why not? Oh no, I'm under budget. I have to sell some stuff, right? I'll sell the windows because I do not want to get the windows. Actually, I'll keep the windows and let's just do something differently. Uh, Actually, I like that. I don't want to sell stuff. Looks good. Looks like a warehouse more than a factory, but it looks good better. It'll look good. It'll look better. Goddamn. It'll look better after. Well, I guess we could change the rules, right? Can we? Alright, I'll change the rule, and if you guys think I should... if you guys thinks I cheated, well, you can tell me, because nobody can stop me now. Right? Nobody can stop me. Anyway, so all the... Ooh. So basically all the factories... Why did I open that? Shut the fuck up. All the factories have like some sort of like chimneys, but I'm not allowed to use the default chimney. Or am I? If I am, you can tell me. In the next episode, I'll use chimneys. For now, I'm not allowed, so I will not use chimneys. Am I allowed? I don't think it's a build. I don't think it's like a build helper. Anyway, I just can't put it because it's not a roof. So let's forget the idea. Um, let's use basic shapes for that. So we're gonna have like a big concrete like furnace here that we're gonna use at $186,000. It's not that much. It's not that much money, but still, it's enough to like do something.
One eternity later.
Yeah, then we could add like AC units, right? I have no idea how I'm gonna make this. In my game, I used like a texture, so I think I'm gonna do the same. Like either I just put a texture on each side, like I would normally do, like AC roof AC unit texture, like this, right? Just like put one texture of each side, or I could just like make it custom and put like some texture on it. I think I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna like use the style of this one. So I'll basically just yeah, that's good. Alright, that's gonna be this. This is a AC unit. I really love this style. Really looks good. I'll put one here. I'll just copy one over there. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, yeah, so now I'm not allowed to use garage door, which would have been helpful. So I'm not going to use that, but I guess the factory is kind of good. I guess I could also make it abandoned. So like some of the windows are like broken. So let's go to structural. I am allowed to use structural because why not? It was not in the rule, so yes. And there are a lot of things in the rule that I broke, so I guess I should probably not do that, but yeah, I'll do it anyway. So this will be like abandoned windows, and it will be like something like that. There's gonna be other windows that are going to be barricaded, even if they're like not broken. So that's something like is very interesting here. That is like abandoned, half abandoned, like still like very in good shape. But you'll see in Roblox Studio why it will take less time. But that's gonna be what I'm gonna build in Roblox Studio. So stay up and let's start.